Welcome back to the YouTube channel, guys. My name is JP. I go by Sept Whiskey.
My name is David, and I go by Alert. This is the new old school podcast review of our album review of Norma Jean's Polar.
Similar.
Yes.
As opposed to polar opposites.
Opposite, yeah. Play on words there, Norma Jean. I should probably preface this this review with you and I have had this relationship with Norma Jean for quite some time. I think both of us kind of started listening to them in our teens, early 20s when they were Ludacris, and then switched to Norma Jean because Ludacris.
No, I never got into Ludacris.
You never got into Ludacris?
No.
I listened to a little bit of it, and then they had to change their name to Norma Jean because of the rapper Ludacris. However, fun fact for all you who don't know.
Fun fact, they're all from Georgia as well.
Yeah, they're all in the same area. So they were spelled differently, obviously. But yeah, so Norma Jean they've been making music for quite some time now, it feels like. And I have a love-hate relationship with them. Some of their albums I really, really, really don't like. Some of their albums, like Bless the Martyr, their first one, I really, really, really did like. So I just want to preface that before we jumped into this, unless you want to say anything, just because we've heard this band for quite some time.
Well, okay, so this review comes on a fitting day we're doing the review. You got the Facebook post earlier, I'm sure, from Brandon Waters.
No?
He tagged you in it. Okay, so a year ago we saw them.
Oh, Norma Jean?
Norma Jean, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this is your anniversary instead of you getting sucker punched.
I was thinking that was the show, yeah. Before all this, I was like, I think we saw them recently.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So a year ago today we saw them. And
I got sucker punched.
Exactly.
All right, laid out. All right, that's fun stuff.
You didn't get laid out, but...
Well, I did hit the ground.
Some guy was a dick.
All right, so to the review.
To the review. I feel very similar with Norma Jean's music. I didn't get into all their albums. The one that we went to go see, Oh God.
Oh God, The Aftermath?
Yes.
That was the 10-year anniversary thing of that,
so
right?
I think it was my real introduction to them originally, and then I got into a few other ones a little bit later. I just decided to revisit it because, you go through a lot of different music and you just kind of, there are people you're going to follow. They were something I always liked.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like probably the albums you don't like.
Yeah,
Now
probably.
that I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the ones I mentioned to you,
The Wrongdoers.
Wrongdoers.
Anti-Mother.
I like those albums. I like Oh God, The Aftermath.
Oh God, The Aftermath wasn't... That was like the start of the decline for me not liking them as much because they had switched... this band does have a lot of member changes too. Yep. The biggest one at that particular time was the singer and I think another guitar player or whatever. But yeah, they changed a little bit with the new singer and the new style. So I kind of stopped liking them as much then, but...
And they have a new member...
Currently.
Yes.
Yeah, currently they have a guitar player, and I think a new guitar player, and I think that's why I feel the way I feel about this particular album.
Well, how do you feel?
I tried to think of a way to describe this to people because this is a heavy album, so it's a heavy rock album, and I tried to describe. I tried to think how I would describe it to people once we did this, and I can only say this: it's probably like. This Norma Jean album with the new guitar player and everything it's like if Slipknot and the Black Keys like had sex and they made a baby. That's kind of like a really pissed off baby. That's kind of what this album
The
would
Black
be.
Keys.
The Black Keys. Because there's got like that sound like kind of like it's new metal, but it's not new metal.
It's not new metal.
It's totally what new metal should be. This album is that good. Yeah. I like this album so much that it's from like the get-go. So the first track, it punches you right in the mouth, I feel like.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
And I think all the heavy parts for this entire album are just so good. So like even when we were going through and trying to pick out two songs that I did pick out two songs that I liked more than the other two, but I liked every song on this album in a weird way. The only ones I didn't like were those intro like
the interludes.
The interludes, yeah.
Yeah. So there's 13 tracks on the album. 2 of them are interludes, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 11 hard-hitting tracks.
And one of them's like a 9-minute song at the end, which Norma Jean kind of is famous for doing long songs once in a blue moon.
There's a few bands that always do that on their ending track.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed.
But what did you think about the
All right,
album?
so it's heavy. There's a different feel to it. I feel like they were trying to maybe get back to some of the origins.
Like heavy, darker stuff?
Yes. All right, now the tracks that I like personally, they're a little more melodic
Mm-hmm.
because I need something to balance out the chaos.
Right. And then it
That's
is a good balance. I think this
right.
one is between heaviness, because I like the sound of the guitars. Like the tone of the guitars in this
Yeah.
album were really good. And it's very, it showcases the darkness of the sound, but it also has that light when it's melodic too. And it's a good contrast.
And you could dance to it.
Yeah. I think the whole damn album is just like breakdowns. It kind of felt like, but that's why I said the heavy parts are like really good. They're really good heavy parts. Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with that, and I don't know if that's because of the new guitar player, but oof. Corey sounds really good on the album. He's the singer. You know, I know
He sounds really good in person.
yeah.
If you guys haven't seen him, then do yourself a favor.
They also have a new drummer on this particular album than the one that we probably used to.
There is no more original members.
Yeah, this is
Like
weird,
the
right?
original
Yeah.
members. But I mean, overall, so the two tracks I ended up going with, 1,000,000 watts.
Hmm.
I like that one a lot.
I think that's the single on. I think that's the single they are pushing.
I thought it was something else, but maybe you're right. So 1,000,000 watts. That one's hot. It's 4.5 minute banger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It goes into some of the melodic, but even the chorus lyrics, I was feeling it. And then I kind of got into reaction.
Which one was that?
So it has a number 8.
8.
Right. It's gonna be a little more on the melodic side as well, I think, but it just brings you back in.
Yeah. I have two different ones, obviously. The first one is going to be the first title, not the title track, the first track on the album, which you're going to have to read it off because
The Planet.
the planet,
Number
yeah,
one.
yeah. It just kind of like it's a great way for the album to start off. It's kind of like slow, and then it just kind of kicks into it. And again, the heavy parts are really
Yeah.
freaking good on that song.
You get sucker punched by.
Yeah, trust me, I know all about it. But the other track that I liked was after the first interlude, which is kind of creepy. I didn't know, so I was walking my dog and listening to the album. So I just kind of listened through it all the way through. And the first time that I did, that weird, repetitive
Death is a
computer
living partner.
yeah, or is that what it is? No, the computer kind of character is like repeating the numbers over, and it's kind of just like this eerie kind of sound.
That's the interlude. That's
Yeah, the interlude.
number 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one right after that,
The song after that is bad as shit.
Death is a living partner.
Yeah, so that song reminded me. This whole album
Yeah,
reminds me of a little bit of Converge, a little bit of Botch, Coalesce, Converge, even like how Poison the Well aged themselves. Like later on, they changed their sound from like the hardcore band they were to a different kind of like rock band. But like, yeah, this is like an album that Slipknot wishes they could make. Do you think? You know what I mean? It's like what new metal should sound like, and this is not even new metal.
I really don't.
It is
It's not
so.
new metal.
It's so. It's rock. It's really like because they were noisecore. Like Norma Jean's so
Right.
familiar with like noisecore. Like this was just like I don't know, man. They really killed it with this album.
On their profile says they're metalcore.
Yeah, they're. I mean, yeah, obviously, whatever that means.
Well, I always think noisecore is too much. Just it's too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I you
Yes,
know, like,
spazcore, noisecore,
Yeah.
all that shit.
and there's definitely more of a uniformity when it comes to the way they make their songs. But the album is good. It's one of the harder ones I've listened to that I'm okay with.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before I take this one out of like just listening.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it that much. I listened to it twice today already, just to kind of because I've been listening to some other things. But yeah, I listened to it twice already today, and I had the last two Norma Jean albums I really didn't mess with at all, and I'm not going to go back and listen to them because I feel like this band that's going forward is a different sounding band, and this band is like I could really get behind this band.
Good.
So out of
5 stars.
out of 5 stars, I don't want to give it a 5 because I think I can't just like wing those out that much, but like I'd give it a 4.5 for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean toward I don't like just sitting right in the middle,
Yeah.
but I kind of sit in the middle on this one. Um, like I said, I need balance of my chaos.
Hmm.
So some of the tracks, straight chaos, but it's got a good. Hey, it's metalcore. I mean,
Hmm.
it's hardcore, it's metalcore, whatever you want to call it. Um, I'm gonna go 3.5 on this one.
3.5.
Like,
That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, I think if you're a Norma Jean fan, for sure, definitely listen to the album. If you like bands like, if you like heavy kind of bands, like stoner rock bands, I guess you could call it, or whatever, but like Botch, Coalesce, Converge, some of those kind of bands, definitely check it out. And if you like hardcore in general, I think it's one. I think this is gonna be one of those good albums for the year for that kind of scene.
no, I agree with that. I hope they keep doing what they're doing. I mean, I'm sure I'll see them on tour again. So
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look out for the next tour that comes through because I'm definitely interested in hearing these songs live. Tell us what you guys thought of the album, what you would rate it, some of the comments you thought about this episode, and you can check us out on TNOSpodcast.com, and we'll catch you soon.
later.